Hello and welcome to beautiful St. Michael Albertville Hockey Arena in Albertville, Minnesota. Tonight's game is between the Knights of St. Michael Albertville and the Eagles of Totino Grace. The Knights come into tonight's game with a 3-0 record. Totino Grace, I had it here. I believe they were 3-2. Could be wrong. The Knights coming off a win against the Blake School, getting ready to face the Eagles of Totino Grace. We'd like to thank our sponsors of Knights Hockey on the St. Michael Albertville Global Hockey Network on YouTube. Our sponsors include B&D Plumbing, Emma's Express, iWest, KJ Branding, Outdoor Design Group, The Rockwoods in Otsego, Ace of Albertville, BJ's, J. Becker and Associates, Lazar Graphics, Jimmy John's, Accord Orthodontics, Albertville Family Dental, Dale's Automotive, Dunn Brothers Coffee, Edward Jones, Rally Gear, the Red Black League, State Farm Insurance, Derek Brandt, Hometown Agent, TLG, Willie McCoy's, Coburn's, Bell Bank Mortgage, Mikkel Knotek, Hattrick Hockey, Luther Brookdale Chevrolet, Marksman Metals, and What's the Scoop? Tonight's main sponsor for tonight's game against Totino Grace is Bell Bank Mortgage, Mikkel Knotek. Like to thank Mikkel for his sponsorship and Bell Bank for their sponsorship of Knights Hockey. Just a few minutes, we will be dropping the puck to start it out here. It is youth night here at St. Michael Albertville, and we will be chucking a puck between periods. Tonight we will have skaters from the Squirt B2 Blue Team, Chase Hilmer, Odin Davis, and Randall Lacey. We'll have no mites tonight, so it'll be Chase Hilmer, Odin Davis, and Randall Lacey coming out onto the ice right now, carrying the flags for the Knights. We'll get the camera on them here, and there they are. Again, Chase Hilmer, Odin Davis, and Randall Lacey. The young Squirt B2 Blue Team. We joined out here in the ice in a few moments by the varsity of St. Michael Albertville. Totino Grace, their skaters coming out into the ice. Just waiting momentarily for the Knights to join us out here on the ice. As we do, I'd like to remind you that tonight's main sponsor is Bell Bank Mortgage. Mikkel Knotek, banker. Thank you, Mikkel, for your sponsorship. Knights Hockey, you are the main sponsor for tonight's game versus Totino Grace. So soon as the Knights join us here, we'll have introductions, play our national anthem, and then it's time for us to play some hockey. Glad to see so many youth coming out here on youth night. Jerseys of the different players from all the different levels. They wear a jersey to the game. They get free admission with an adult paid admission. Once again, we will do chuck a puck between periods. Those are available for $2. Reminder again, the Knights come in here with a 3-0 record to host the Eagles of Totino Grace. And here come the Knights out onto the ice. Hear the crowd. Starting lines for the Knights tonight is going to be left winger Owen Vokenot, center Easton Monahan, right wing will be Braden Waller. On the defense will be Captain Jack Johnson, on the senior on the left, Colton McClellan right, and Ethan Johnson, number 31, will be in goal tonight. Sophomore goalie for the Knights.
Good evening, hockey fans, and welcome to tonight's boys varsity ice hockey matchup between the Eagles of Totino Grace and your Knights of St. Michael Elder.
And you hear the in-stadium announcer.
Starting in goal, a senior, number 35, Gavin Kovig.
Gavin Kovig in goal.
Number 14, Wyatt Gallagher.
Wyatt Gallagher, sophomore.
The junior captain, number 18, Keegan Kudrowski. Starting at a left wing, a junior, number 9.
Keegan Kudrowski. Number 9, Roger Murad.
Right wing, a junior, number 17, Noah Oslin.
Noah Oslin.
And centering that line, a senior captain, number 7, Trey.
And Trey Peck.
We have some special
Tonight's
with us tonight. Your flag bearers, the
be another introduction of our junior captains. Chase Hilmer, Odin Davis, and Randall Lacey. Our junior captains from the B2 Squirt Gold team.
future night hockey, but let's meet the players who are entering the skate tonight. Starting at goal, the sophomore, number 31, Ethan Johnson.
Ethan Johnson starting in goal for the Knights.
Starting at defense, a senior captain, number 4, Jack Johnson.
Jack Johnson.
Starting at defense, a sophomore, number 13, Colton McClellan.
Colton McClellan starting on the defense for the Knights, next to Jack Johnson.
On the left wing, a sophomore, number 3, Braden Waller.
Braden Waller starting at one wing.
Sophomore, number 21, Owen Volkner.
Owen Vokenot starting at the other wing.
And centering that line, a sophomore, number 9, Easton Monahan.
And Easton Monahan, number 9, centering the starting line for the Knights tonight. Now we'll have our national anthem. So there you go, Knights fans. Lights back on. Let's play hockey. 17 minutes on the clock. The Knights will have 4 sophomores on the ice to start tonight's contest between Braden Waller, Easton Monahan, Owen Mimi Vokanat, Ethan Johnson, Colton McClellan, and senior Jack Johnson will join the 4 sophomores to start the game. I'd like to let everyone know that tonight's game is being played under the authority of the Minnesota State High School League. Good sportsmanship is the responsibility of players, coaches, and fans. Head coach of the Knights is Sean Fish. Assistant coaches are Bug Trigaseth, Brett Hammond, Kyle Hayden, Val Propowski, and David Lynn. Student managers of the Knights include Delaney Barthel, Cece Lewis, Olivia Sutliff, Anna Vokanat. Principal of the Knights is John Reeves. Superintendent of our schools is Dr. Emery Folkalt. The man who never sleeps is our activities director, Keith Cornell. We're going to get ready to drop the puck here. I'd like to thank Olivia Sutliff, who's going to be on the camera, one of our student managers. Dylan Kiner is our executive producer. I'm Jeff Story, voice of the Knights. Here we go. Referee backs a few players up. Monahan to step in here. Puck drops. Waller gets it back to McClellan down the ice. Totino Grace clearing it out of the zone. It sits at neutral ice. They dump it in. Behind the net, Johnson stops it there. Knocks it around to the near side boards. Waller gets it up to neutral ice. Monahan getting to it. Totino Grace interrupts back into the Knights defensive zone towards the net. Shot and knocked away by the Knights. That shot taken by number 7, I believe, Peck for the Eagles. Here comes the Roadrunner himself, Voganut, down the ice, near side, as the puck taken away. Far side boards, Totino Grace getting up, intercepted by the Knights, coming in towards the shot and save. Antoine intercepted that down in the Knights as it was turned over, and he took it back, brought it in, and we have a save by Kovig, Gavin Kovig of the Eagles. Drop the puck in the Knights. Offensive zone, near side dot. Antoine steps in to take the face-off. He's got Ludeman to his left, Tower to his right. Puck drops. Towards the net it goes. Tower was trying to get there as fast as he could, but Gavin just reached out and covered that. 16:06 left, period 1. Both teams one shot on goal, less than a minute into this game. Puck drops. Clark goes to send it. It goes off an Eagle. And the Eagles have a 2-on-1. As they come down, they take a shot and save by Ethan Johnson. 15:55 left, period 1. Johnson was ready for that as that came down and was coming into the Knights defensive zone. We'll drop the puck in the Knights zone there. Far side dot. Antoine steps in to take the face off. Puck drops. Tower gets it over to Clark. Clark to the near side corner. Behind the net goes Clark. Takes a check. Far side boards comes that puck. Goes off of a few players. Comes out to Esterberg. Esterberg with 2-on-1 with Ludeman. Towards the net he comes. Esterberg. Oh, it's a great shot. Esterberg with a crossover and backhand for the goal. 15:36 left, period 1. Tanner Esterberg takes it, jukes out everybody, including the goalie, and backhands it in to put the Knights up 1-0. Tanner Esterberg has been electrifying so far this season. When the Knights needed some sort of pickup here, Esterberg has been stepping up and giving the Knights a shot in the arm. Hogan stepping in to take the face-off for the Knights. Hear the Knights pep band playing out there. Hogan has Anderson and Hernandez respectively next to him. Puck drops, sitting center ice, both teams fighting for it. Anderson dumps it into the Knights offensive zone. Gavin steps back, stops it, hands it off to a fellow Eagle. Behind the net they go, far side, up the boards, passing it up. The Eagles bring it into neutral ice. Johnson takes it there and dumps it back into the Knights offensive zone. Eagles stop it behind their net, but Hernandez centers it up. Hogan was there. He used to pluck it out of air, takes the shot, and save. That one stopped by Kovig right in front of the net. A lot of action here in the first few minutes into the game. Nothing like some good jump around music like we got going on here. House of Pain. All right, so here come the Knights back out. Monahan taking that face-off, makes it back. McClellan with the shot. Waller trying to chase that down. Gets it back to Johnson. Johnson dumps it back in. It goes right to an Eagle. Sending it across far side. Eagles behind their own net to the near side corner. Hustling over there is none other than Owen Vokedon. Back and forth it goes between both teams. The Eagles have it. Send it behind their own net, near side, along the boards. Up into neutral ice it comes. Down into the Knights' defensive zone, dispossessed, but the Eagles get it back. Towards the net far side, they center it in, knocked away. Johnson plucks it right out of the air, brings it into neutral ice, passes over for Waller. Waller near side to the offensive zone, takes a shot and save by Kovig there. So the Knights will drop it in their offensive zone. Antoine taking the faceoff. Ludeman to his left. Esterberg to his right. Puck drops. Makes it towards the corner. Ludeman with the chase. Totino spins, send it up. Neutral ice. Swing and a miss. It comes right to Clark. Clark over to Fauché. Fauché off the boards near side to Esterberg. Esterberg into the offensive zone. Hands it off to Antoine. Centered in to Esterberg. Clark hustling up, gets it, takes the shot, goes wide, near side boards. Esterberg there, sends it back behind the net. Ludeman gets a stick on it, sends it over to Fauché. Fauché down to the corner to Antoine, takes a check into the boards. Both teams fighting for it. Antoine and a few Eagles trying to get to it there, and the Eagles come out with it into neutral ice, into the Knights' defensive zone from the far side. They center it over. Tried to get a pass over to the backside. Puck just sitting out there in front of the net. Makes it way back behind the net. Ludeman gets it forward to Esterberg. Esterberg across center ice into the Knights' offensive zone. Far side takes the shot off of the goalie's wrist and up into the netting. 13-19 left, period one. The Knights lead 1-0 thanks to a Tanner Esterberg goal. We'll drop the puck in the Knights' offensive zone. Aiden Hogan going to take the face-off for the Knights. Puck drops, makes it down to the corner. Behind the net it goes. Hogan joined by Anderson. Anderson comes out with it, passes it up. Cross it comes, and it gets past Johnson into neutral ice. Takes it back, sends it over to McClellan. McClellan up the ice it comes. A few different skaters get a stick on it. Neutral ice it sits. Both teams going for it into the Knights' defensive zone. In the corner, McClellan fighting for it there. Gets it over to Johnson. Johnson sends it off the boards to Anderson at the blue line. Kept in by Totino Grace. Shot wide, far side boards. Down to the corner it comes. Behind the net, near side corner. Knights defensive zone. Up to the blue line. Kept in by Totino Grace. Picked up behind his own net by Johnson. Johnson off the glass, down into neutral ice. Grabbed there by Totino Grace. Taken away by Anderson at neutral ice. And he sends it off the boards before he takes a check. Gets it to Monahan, takes a shot. Knocked away by the goalie. Into neutral ice it comes. Taken away by Waller. Waller quickly into the offensive zone, near side. Waller takes the quick wrist shot. Knocked away by the goalie. Comes back to Waller. He centers up. Nobody there, but Clark gets over there. From point, takes a shot. Gets knocked away wide. Near side boards. Fighting for it down there is Monahan along the boards. Totino Grace comes out with it. Off the near side boards into neutral ice. Makes it into the Knights' defensive zone. Waller quick spins, sends it up to Clark. Clark fighting for it at neutral ice with a few different players. Down we go. And the Totino brings it in the Knights' defensive zone. And the puck, they said stayed in. It looked like it came up, but they said that. Wrist shot, hit the pipe, went over to the far side boards. And Tower rainbows it down the ice. Kovics just stepped out there and knocked it over to one of his players. Quickly up to neutral ice it comes. Down into the Knights' defensive zone. Shot knocked away. Another shot knocked away by Johnson. Makes it out to neutral ice at center ice. Totino Grace with it. The Eagles dump it back in, near side. Around the boards it goes. Johnson stops it there. Hands it off to Johnson. And Jack sends it out to neutral ice. Totino grabs it there. The Eagles pass across to the far side, right at center ice. Still hanging out in neutral ice is that puck. Eagles just passing it around, and now they dump it in right on goal. Johnson stops it, pulls back it in, covers. 10:30 left, period one. Knights are up 1-0, 7 shots on goal for each team. Don't forget to thank our main sponsor of tonight's game. That would be Bell Bank Mortgage, Mikkel Knotek. Hogan stepping in to take the faceoff for the Knights. Puck drops. Near side corner, McClellan sends it around the boards. Makes it out to neutral ice on the far side. Anderson grabs it there into the offensive zone. Turns, takes the shot. It goes off of a stick and up into the netting. 10:19 left, period one. Knights up 1-0. So we'll drop the puck in the Knights' offensive zone. Far side dot. Hogan stepping in to take that face off. It's got Hernandez and Anderson next to him respectively. Puck drops. Makes it over to the near side boards. The Eagles flip it down into neutral ice. And it's shot right on goal. Knocked away by Johnson. Ethan sends it over to the far side. A few Knights get sticks on it. Hogan gets it to Johnson. Johnson to Anderson. Anderson with the shot from the near side. Knocked away by Covid. Centered up, and Totino Grace able to grab it there, bring it out into neutral ice. They clear the zone, and it comes into the Knights' defensive zone, but the Knights grab it there. Johnson behind his own net. Jack sends it off the boards. Down the ice it goes, and we will have a... Nope, they wave off the icing. One ref had his arm up, the other one started waving it off. So he put his arm down. Totino Grace to neutral ice. Into the Knights' defensive zone, they take the shot there. Ethan Johnson knocks it away, and it makes it out to neutral ice. Esterberg grabs it there after it goes off the referee. Esterberg offensive zone. Esterberg goes to take the shot. Has it knocked away. Clark with a quick wrist shot. Comes over to Antoine. Antoine has it taken away. Eagles into neutral ice. Into the Knights defensive zone. Clark stops it there. Stands tall. The puck starts rolling towards Ethan Johnson, though, and Antoine sends it off the backboards to Fauché. Fauché towards the near side. Off the boards he goes. Clark... the Eagles get it back. They turn, they spin, they shoot, and Ethan Johnson there with the save. 8:57 left, period one. Knights 1, Eagles 0. Shots on goal are 8 for the Knights. 10 shots on goal for the Eagles. So Peck will step in for the Eagles and Monahan for the Knights to take the face-off. Puck drops. And it makes it out all the way down into the Knights' offensive zone. Goalie stepping out there to send it off. Monahan quickly grabs it there. Tries taking a shot. Bounces, barely missed it. It was a dangerous play there by the goalie. Bringing it into the Knights' defensive zone. Far side do the Eagles. Far side corner. Back up the boards towards the blue line. That shot went off of a Knights player, went behind the net over to the near side boards. Waller grabs it off the boards. He goes into the offensive zone, near side. Waller goes to take a shot, and one of the Eagles got a stick on that. That would be Hereford. Said that right. For the Eagles, shot there by Monahan, goes high, makes it over the near side blue line. Clark sends it there, and Hereford steps in again, taken back by Vokenot, who tries passing over. He's trying to catch Waller, and it was disrupted by the Eagles as Peck brings it up for them into the Knights' defensive zone. He passes over and taken away. Monahan grabs it, throws it forward into neutral ice. Totino Grace grabs it. They get it back to the Knights. And the Knights send it forward, neutral ice. Waller sends it down into the offensive zone, near side corner. And the Eagles there to grab it. Forward they come. Backhanded down into the Knights defensive zone. Johnson holding firm there, but we're going to have an icing call on the Eagles. 7:31 left, period one. And that's what we call Knights baby. Okay, nobody got it standing around me. But ice baby, Knights. Okay, well, we'll drop the puck in the Knights. Offensive zone, far side dot, 7:31 left in the period. Knights up 1-0. Hogan will take the faceoff. He has Anderson and Hernandez next to him. Puck drops, goes right towards the goalie. Kovic knocks it away. Eagles come out with it near side into neutral ice. They send it into the Knights defensive zone. Goes to center, goes off of McClellan, does that shot. And the rebound went up and just over the bar from the blue line. Sent wide, far side boards. Down to the corner on the far side. McClellan holding it there. Both teams fighting for it. McClellan comes out with it, comes behind his own net, near side. Off the boards, into neutral ice, down in the offensive zone. Racing for it is Hernandez. Gets a stick on it, so no icing. Barely got that stick on there. Anderson fighting for it, along with a few players from Totino Grace, held in by McClellan at the blue line. Anderson has it, near side boards, towards the net he comes. Had it knocked away, and Totino Grace sends it down the ice into the Knights. And icing is waved off there, and a quick pass up into neutral ice, touched by Antoine. Makes it into the Knights offensive zone, near side corner, behind the net it goes. Totino Grace grabs it there. They clear it out, center ice. Peck takes that shot for the Eagles, knocked away by Ethan Johnson. Puck makes it over near side boards. Tried to center it in, hands off to Peck here. Peck heading towards the center, makes it to the blue line, far side, shot from there, goes wide. Strong shot there by Heifert for the Eagles. Kept in at the blue line by the Eagles, near side, turn spin towards the center, pass across, shot, and knocked away. Number 15 for the Eagles with that shot. Oliver Hay was open for a second. He took the shot, and Ethan Johnson closed that down pretty quickly. I think Hay'd like to have that back. He probably would have wristed that real quick instead of waiting, but luckily for the Knights, he did, and Ethan Johnson was able to stop that. Monahan stepping in to take the face-off. Knights defensive zone, far side dot. Puck drops. Johnson racing over there with an Eagle. Behind the net it comes. Eagles have it, near side boards. Down to the corner, back out to the blue line, and it makes it out to neutral ice. They'll have to reset. They do. Dump it back into the Knights defensive zone. Johnson stops it behind his own net. Ethan throws it over to the near side. Both teams fighting for it. Eagles come out with it. Center it in. The Knights are there to stop that. Monahan with it, far side. Cross ice pass. Waller had it. He's got to wait for a few minutes. Let his player get back on. He did. And puck still comes out to neutral ice there after a back and forth. Referee gets in the way. Bocanot hustles back to grab it. Jack Johnson sends it up to neutral ice to Waller. Waller into the offensive zone. Waller has it along the boards. Waller met a few Eagles there. One of them grabbed it, and they clear it out. Into neutral ice, far side, into the Knights defensive zone. Trying to center over was Peck there. Met by Clark. Puck makes it to Fauché. Fauché gets it to Bocanot. He sends it off the boards into neutral ice. Knights are in a change of skaters here. Fauché was able to step in and stop that puck. Tries to clear it out. It's kept in at the blue line, and the Knights clear it out now. Anderson with the puck across center ice. Into the Knights offensive zone. The stick just sitting on there, a broken stick in the corner. Referee reaches down and grabs that. Clark gets the puck at neutral ice, sends it to Fauché. Fauché up to Hernandez, hands it off to Hogan. Hogan with it in the offensive zone. Hogan takes a shot, knocked away by Kolig of the Eagles. Behind his own net is Locke with it for the Eagles, sending it up into neutral ice. Down in the Knights defensive zone. Eagles had it. They tried centering it in. Makes it over to the far side. And Esterberg gets it at center ice. Esterberg into the offensive zone. Esterberg towards the center. Esterberg has it kicked away, actually, by Peck. Put his foot down and got the defense there. Shot on, knocked away by Ethan Johnson. That shot by Mason of the Eagles. And Esterberg grabs it at neutral ice into the offensive zone. Back passes it to Antoine. Antoine with a shot. It ricochets off, comes back to Antoine. He centers it up. Puck sitting out there, grabbed by the Eagles into neutral ice. They come near side. Knights defensive zone. Tried getting the shot off from there, but Jack Johnson just stood tall. He took it into the body and then knocked it up the boards. Both teams fighting for it. It comes down behind the net. Jack Johnson meets him there, and he's not going to let him get past him. Another Eagle comes over and joins. Puck goes behind the net. Tries back passing it there. Eagles grab it. Back up to the blue line. They wrist it from there. Gets knocked away. Far side boards. Out into neutral ice it comes. Esterberg had it. Lost it off one of his own players. Puck just, both teams fighting for it. Ludeman trying to grab it there, is right between his legs. Couldn't quite see it. It goes off of Knights player, does that shot, makes it down to the near side boards. Turn spin, knocked away by Waller. Waller with a nice play. Waller behind the net. Vertically comes, down, he passes it. Nice pass. Gets it to Esterberg. Esterberg tried to get it over and it was knocked away, and Waller just shoves Peck down, but the Eagles grab it right back. And Peck, here he comes into the Knights defensive zone. Turn, spin, shoots. And he got a whole lot of English on that thing, because that thing, that was like a 9-iron there, and he was going to lay it on the green because that got a whole lot of air underneath it. 1:55 left, period one. Knights up 1-0. Drop the puck in the Knights defensive zone. Monahan taking the faceoff. Puck drops. Clark there, sends it behind the net to Fauché. Fauché vertically up to Waller. Nice pass. Waller into the offensive zone. Waller with the shot. And save by Gavin Kovrig. Apologize to Mr. Kovrig and family. .145 left in the period. We'll drop the puck at the Knights. Offensive zone. Owen Vokanot taking the face-off. Puck drops. Vokanot gets it over to Monahan. It gets knocked away. Almost behind the net. Taken back by Anderson. Anderson turns, spins. Anderson hands it off to Vokanot. Up to the blue line to Clark. Clark back to Vokanot. At point. Pass across to the far side. Puck makes it down to Anderson. Anderson loses the side of his skate, and the Eagles get it back. They send it off the near side boards. Vokanot turn, spins, and brings it back out to neutral ice. Passes across to Fauché. Fauché dumping it in, then taking a shot. Kind of a high shot, but no call. Eagles clear it out, and it goes up and into the penalty box. Off of a ricochet, and one of the referees jumps between the players, has a little conversation with Hernandez of the Knights and Murad of the Eagles. Aiden Hogan taking the face-off. That'd be H for all of you out there. Puck drops. H knocks it away. Goes into the Knights offensive zone, but it goes right to an Eagle player. The Eagles have it. Up to neutral place, they send it. Intercepted by Hernandez, and off the back of his stick when he sends it forward, it goes into the Eagles bench. Under 1 minute to play, 55.5 seconds to be exact. Drop it at neutral ice. Far side dot. Puck drops. Esterberg got a stick on it. There's a whole lot of sticks getting stuck between players there. Knocked into the Knights bench by the Eagles. 46.9 seconds left, period one. Knights 1, the Eagles 0. It's youth night tonight here. You can see a whole lot of youth from all the different levels of Knights hockey with their jerseys on running around. I think it's going to be pretty easy for us to do our Night with a Knights segment. Puck drops. McClellan has it, neutral ice. He dumps it in right at the goalie. Corvig stops it, knocks it away. Near side boards and up off of a stick and out of play And boy, oh boy, you think all those youth hockey players thought they discovered gold. They're all diving on each other to grab that puck.
I wonder if they can throw that one with these.
Yeah, there you go. Except there'll be no markings on it for them to win. 34.4 seconds left in period one. Antoine stepping in. He'll take the face-off. Puck drops to Esterberg. Esterberg off the boards, down to Ludeman. Ludeman takes a shot, fighting to get it over. Gets it to the near side boards. Totino Grace clearing it out. Peck bringing it into the Knights. Defensive zone, tries sending it forward. The Knights get a stick on it, and it was sent right at Ethan Johnson, off of his stick and up out of play. Puck just sat out there, and one of the Eagles alertly just put it right on goal. And Ethan Johnson, fortunately for the Knights, had a stick on it to put it out of play. 13.9 seconds left, period one. Drop the puck in the Knights. Defensive zone. Far side dot. Monahan stepping in. He'll take the face-off. Puck drops from the blue line. Sent forward, and Jack Johnson able to get it out. Gets to Waller. Waller in the offensive zone. Quick shot and save with 2.5 seconds left by Corbig. Suppose that would actually be Kovrig. Cobrig. We'll go with Cobrig. So we'll drop the puck in the Knights. Offensive zone. Vokanot stepping in. 2.5 seconds. He gets it over. Clark takes a shot there. Puck sitting out front, and the Knights not able to capitalize. Horn went off, so they stopped the swinging, and Peck just pecking at Monahan there. He taking his stick and slashing at him. After that, referee quickly jumps in and grabs him and has a short little conversation. Yeah, and they're talking about making sure to go to the community room to purchase your puck for the Chuck a Puck segment. And I think we're going to be able to grab one of the youth skaters here. I believe I see Odin Davis, who was skating before. So I believe we have Odin Davis and another one of the people here. We're going to do a segment that we call Night with a Nighttime. So we'll wait for our executive producer, Dylan Kiner, to get set up before we talk to Odin and probably one of his teammates here in just a moment. And boy, that pep band is really, really good. We'll have him just step right up here.
What can I do?
Put those on your head, please. Odin, right? All right, pull that down by your mouth so we can hear you. We'll do a test here of the sound.
Press that when you're ready.
And we will have our executive producer will turn the camera and let us know when he is ready. And I'll wait for his signal, and there we go. Can you hear me, Odin?
Yes, I can.
All right, Odin, how exciting was that for you to do that? Boy, that band is loud. For you to do the skate on and carry that flag before tonight's game.
Well, that was fun. I've never really done anything like that.
Make sure you take a second there and look right into that camera, give it a little wave. Say hi to mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, anyone who loves you out there. Make sure you say hi to them. This is our segment we
Hi.
call Night with the Night. Tell me a little bit how your season is going so far for you and your team.
Amazing. We're undefeated except for one tie in the tournament we had.
Nice. So have you had any, so you've had a few tournaments then, or just one tournament so far?
Yeah, just one.
So tell me about some of the teams that you've played so far.
We played our other B2 team.
Okay.
And we played Litchfield just last Saturday. We beat them 15-0.
Oh boy. Yeah, that's a skate cleaner, isn't it, right there?
Mm-hmm.
Who else have you played?
Oh, we've played MVI, which we also destroyed them.
Okay. Now, have you had any of the Knights at any of your practices so far?
Yes, we have.
Who have you had from the Knights out there so far? Do you remember?
No.
Don't remember. Okay, but some of the players have come and represented, and they've been out on the ice and given you guys some tips and skated with you.
Yes, they have.
How exciting is that to have them out there representing? They're out here playing here tonight. Those are guys that you're watching and knowing that you'll be a future guy on this ice at some point and hopefully doing the same thing. What else would you like to share with our viewers? Make sure to take a peek there so they can see you. I mean, your mom and dad paid for that mug there, so we got to make sure that you take a look there so everyone can see it. What's your favorite part about the season so far?
How many games you've been winning?
Well, that's fantastic. It's fun to have success. So I really wish you and your team the best success. Do you have one of your other teammates here?
Yes, several of them.
Okay, who's standing over here next to you?
Huh?
Who's standing over here next to you?
Oh, that's my friend Randall.
What's his name, Randall?
Mm-hmm.
Is that Randall Lacey?
Yes,
Well,
it is.
let's get Randall up here and have a little conversation with him for a moment. All right, so if you wouldn't mind grabbing the headphones and letting Randall put those on. So we'll take a moment. Oh, you okay? Okay, good. All right, first of all, Randall, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, Randall, go ahead and take a look at the camera. Give it a little wave. This is our segment we call Night with the Knight, and you're on the same Squirt B2 blue team. And you were one of the skaters that were out on the ice carrying that flag tonight so proudly, weren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me a little bit about your season and what's been the favorite part of your season so far.
I think my favorite part of the season.
Make sure to take a look up there as you're talking a little.
Mm-hmm.
So your favorite part of the season so far has been what?
When we played Litchfield, we beat them 15-0. And I scored 2 goals.
Yeah, I heard about that. That was sounds like you guys had quite a game there. And you played another rival STMA team. Is that did you play? You guys are the blue. Did you play the gold team then, or?
Yeah.
How did that game go?
We beat them 2-1.
2-1. I'm going to move this just a little closer to your mouth there so we can hear you a little bit more. Do you have any kind of goals that you want to accomplish this year that you're looking to accomplish? Can you share one of those with us?
This season, I want to score a hat trick.
Nice. A hat trick would be a fun thing to get. And what a great goal to be going after. What's something that's unique about you that you could share with all of our viewers?
I don't really.
What's something about you that nobody else knows? You like shooting left-handed? In your spare time? No? No? All right, well, tell you what. We appreciate having you come out here and you representing your team. We appreciate you so proudly carrying that flag out there before the game. You've had some skaters coming to be at practice with you from the Knights, from the junior varsity and the varsity here, from the high school team. So that's great that they're doing that. That's important to coach and to all the coaches that the Knights represent and to help build the future. And you're part of that future. So we appreciate having you. Thanks for being on. Make sure to look at that camera, give it a little wave. And on 3, we're gonna do a Go Knights here. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3. Go Knights! All right, thank you, sir. This has been a segment of Night with the Knight. We appreciate having both Chase and Randall on. Oh, excuse me, we had Odin on, didn't we? But we appreciate all 3 of them for doing that. And we are going to just take a break and go to break here. So Dylan, if you won't mind putting that back out on the ice, you can hear me? Go ahead and turn that camera. Well, we'd be remiss if we didn't make sure we got the 3rd member of this party from the Squirt B2 blue team that was represented on the ice carrying those flags so proudly. We have with us Chase Hilmer from that team. Chase, why don't you share with our viewers a little bit about what your favorite part of the season is so far?
Kind of just like.
Did I pronounce your name right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Kind of just playing like with my friends and scoring goals and stopping them from getting goals.
Sure. And you've been lucky enough that you've had members of the high school team that are playing tonight, that have been playing in both games tonight at your practices to kind of help out and help you guys learn and be examples to you. And tell me a little bit about that.
I mean, we've only had them once, I think, but.
It's a long season. They'll be there again.
Yeah. But they like, I don't know.
Well, they were there with you, and
Yeah.
so and it's wonderful that they did that and that they're out there with you. I know that's important to the team, to coach, to all the players, that they help and that they give back to the community. And a big part of the community is our youth hockey program. So tell me what you're looking forward to for the rest of this season.
Scoring goals and like staying in like the hotels farther away. And
Little knee hockey in the knee hockey action out in the hallways. And are you undefeated at knee hockey so far this year?
Yeah.
All right. You got to keep that up. That's for sure. And what else are you looking forward to?
Nothing really else.
Well, make sure that you and your team keep up all that hard work. You've had a lot of success so far, so make sure you keep working hard so you can keep that success rolling throughout the season. If ever it gets hard, don't give up. Nights keep rolling. So always do that. And what else would you like to share with our viewers?
I don't know. We're undefeated.
I've heard that. Yes, I've heard that. Congratulations on that. Keep working hard so you can do your best to remain undefeated. I wish you the best of luck. I hope to get out and see one of your games here. And let's do a little Go Knights if we can here on 3. If we can do that. I'll go 1, 2, 3. Go Knights.
Okay.
And this time we're going to do it with you. You do it too. 1, 2, 3.
Go Knights.
Go Knights. All right. Thank you, sir. Thanks for joining me, and I wish you the best throughout the season. Thank you. Hello and welcome back, Knights fans. Period number 2. The Knights are up 1-0 so far as we wait for them to put there. They did 17 minutes on the clock. Change it to period 2. Knights are up 1-0 so far based on a Tanner Esterberg goal in the first period. And that's where we sit, is 1-0. Knights over the Eagles. Entering period 2. Knights have 13 shots on goal. The Eagles 14 shots on goal. It's been a very, I'd say, energetic and intense game between both teams. Both teams definitely putting all out there on the ice. And it shows on the scoreboard with the Knights only up 1-0. Hard-fought game here for both teams. So the Knights coming out onto the ice to start period 2. And it's going to be the line of Monahan, Vokenot, and Waller. And on the defense, Jack Johnson and Colton McClellan. Ethan Johnson in goal. Check with both goalies, they're good. Check with the scorekeepers, they're good. Monahan stepping in, and let's play some hockey. Puck drops. Vokenot had it for a second. It gets knocked down behind. Johnson steps up, puts it behind his net. Shot on, knocked away by Ethan. Far side boards from the blue line. Sent there, bounces off the back wall. McClellan sends it to Jack Johnson. Monahan forward into neutral ice. Sent back by Totino Grace, dumping it back into the Knights' defensive zone. Ethan Johnson steps out, sends it back to the far side boards. Jack Johnson grabs it there. Behind that, he sends it to McClellan. McClellan with a vertical pass up the ice right on the goalie, who just stops it and covers. 16-18 left, period 2. Vokenot and Roger Murad, were exchanging pleasantries during the face-off there. So we're going to have a face-off in the Knights' offensive zone, far side dot. And it's going to be Antoine who's going to step in to take the face-off. He's got Ludeman and Esterberg respectively to his sides. Behind that it goes for the Eagles. Taken away by Ludeman. Ludeman held up against the boards, joined by Antoine. Antoine trying to get it out. He's taking some slashes. Ludeman able to ride it down the boards. Being held up there by Heifert. Puck comes out, grabbed by the Eagles. Up and out of the zone they go, and dumped in. Ethan Johnson stops it there, hands it off to Clark. Clark sends it over to the corner, centered in by one of the Eagles. Tower gets a stick on it there, sends it over to the far side board, still in the Knights' defensive zone. Down to the corner it goes. Puck just sitting there. Both teams fighting for it. Patiently working it. Antoine sends it around behind his own net. Near side boards. Eagles get it. They center it up. It gets past everybody. Kept in at the blue line, far side by the Eagles. Knights send it behind their own net. Near side boards up and into neutral ice. Forward to Esterberg into the offensive zone. Near side. Takes the shot. It goes off of a player, but kept in at the blue line near side by Jack Johnson. And quick wrist shot there by Caden Clark. Carried forward, but kept in by Clark. The blue line, pass to Esterberg. Esterberg from the center, shot goes off of an Eagle. They turn, spin, and out into neutral ice. Into the Knights' defensive zone, far side. Shot from there, wide. Off the boards, down, and sent by Kovrig. Far side boards. Hogan has it there. He sends it up. It bounces behind the net. Anderson able to get it there. Hands it off to Hogan, who tries to do a wraparound, unable to get it there. Anderson with the puck, trying to make a few moves. He's got a 1-on-2 there. Joined now by Hogan, kept in by Jack Johnson, who when he sends it forward, it goes off of a stick and up into the netting. 14:04 left, period 2. Knights up 1-0. We'd like to thank our student managers of the Knights for all they do, running our cameras, running stats, running an extra camera over there. Delaney Barthol, CC Lewis, Olivia Sutliff, Anna Volkanot. Drop the puck in the Knights. Offensive zone, near side dot. Hogan taking the face off. Hernandez gets it back. Gets out to McClellan, who sends it down the boards. Taken away by the Eagles into neutral ice. Into the Knights' defensive zone. Makes it over to the near side boards. Down in the corner. Peck with it there for the Eagles behind the net. Far side. Turn spins. Bring it into the center. Now skating around. Skates back to the center. Gets knocked out. Eagles will have to reset. And they dump it back in. Taken away by McClellan. Sends it off the boards behind the net to Jack Johnson. Vertically, he sends it up to Anderson. Across the ice it comes to Hernandez. Near side into the offensive zone. Shot from there. Knocked away by Kovrig. Oh, and the Knights. Anderson took a check into the boards. And sent into the Knights' defensive zone. And we are going to have an icing call on the Eagles. So we will bring it back and drop it in the Knights' offensive zone. Near side dot. 13:11 left, period 2. Knights up 1-0. I'd like to make sure we thank our main sponsor of tonight's broadcast. Tonight's main sponsor is Bell Bank Mortgage. Mikhail Konotek. Bell Bank. See Mikhail Konotek. He can help you. 13:11 on period 2. Monahan stepping in to take the face-off. Near side dot. Offensive zone. Puck drops. Puck just sitting there. Both teams swatting at it. Makes it behind the net. Volkanot grabs it. Sends it up the far side boards. Clark there with it at the blue line. Clark takes a shot, and pulling it out of the air is Kovrig. Just grabbed it right out of the air there at 12:58 left, period 2. Knights with some good pressure there on that offensive series. They'll step back in. Waller will take the faceoff. He motions Volkanot to come over to his left. Fauché stepping forward to his right. Waller steps in. Puck drops. Waller wins that faceoff. Gets it back to Clark. Clark sends it from there. It's redirected. Goes up and over the netting. Grabbed by an Eagle. Sends it forward into neutral ice. Makes it into the Knights' defensive zone. Marching towards the net. Shot off ricochet. Luckily, Volkanot makes it there to knock it over to the side. Eagles have it. They take it behind the net. Near side up to the blue line. From there is a shot. And Fauché stood in there to make sure it went wide. Near side boards. Knights' defensive zone is that puck. Both teams going after it. Volkanot comes up with it. He has it knocked away. Fauché sends it off the boards to Clark. Clark sends it down the ice. And we'll have an icing call. 12:13 left, period 2. So the Knights and the Eagles will have a change of fresh 5 skaters for both teams. Making it out onto the ice. Drop the puck in the Knights' defensive zone. Near side dot from our vantage point. Antoine stepping in to take the faceoff. Levi sends it back behind the net. Eagles race over there. They center it in. It goes past the skater, and Esterberg gets it and flips it, rainbows it up into neutral ice. Got just past Antoine. The Eagles grab it. They bring it back into the Knights' defensive zone. Far side, dispossessed by Jack Johnson. Able to knock that puck away. Ludeman coming down there to help. Puck's being held against the board. Ludeman's being shoved from behind there. Oliver Hay, and it gets knocked out into neutral ice. Eagles have it. Into neutral ice, they send it. Peck bringing it into the Knights' defensive zone, far side. Coming towards the net, goes to take the shot. Jack Johnson put a stick out there and stopped that. Puck sitting along the far side boards. Both teams fighting for it. Gets to Jack Johnson. He sends it forward to Antoine. Antoine into neutral ice. Antoine into the offensive zone. Antoine back pass to Esterberg. Esterberg with the shot. It goes off of number 23. I think that's Tommy Heifert. It did, and up into the netting. 11:13 left, period 2. Knights up 1-0. We will drop that puck in the Knights. Offensive zone. Far side dot from our vantage point from where you're watching. Aiden Hogan will take the face-off. Hernandez to his right. Anderson to his left. Puck drops. Eagles grab it there. Send it across ice, in neutral ice, into the Knights' defensive zone. Tower being disrupted there. He sends it over to Clark. Clark behind the net. Clark backhands it forward, but one of the Eagles grabbed it, and Clark able to get a stick on there to disrupt that. Behind his own net, he comes near side boards. Up he comes vertically. Has it taken away, and the Eagles bring it back into the Knights' defensive zone far side. They go to take the shot, and it went off of Tower. Went wide. Now it's centered up there. Shot and knocked away by Johnson. Came off the glove. And there's a few Knights fighting for it. Puck sitting behind that net. Eagles come out with it. They go to put it right on net. Puck sitting out there, knocked away by Clark. Near side boards. Man of Steel sends it away. Hogan with it. H sends it behind the net to Tower. Tower slips but sends it forward from the blue line. Shot by the Eagles. Puck just still sitting out there, kind of right in front of Ethan Johnson, and he jumps out and covers that. Reach out and touch someone, and he does. He grabbed that puck and pulled it in.
We are yet to have a penalty.
Yes, no penalties so far for the Knights. That is true. Very low penalty game so far. 10-12 left in the period. Knights up 1-0. Drop it in their defensive zone, far side dot. Monahan taking that face-off. Puck drops. Monahan sends it forward. Waller bringing it in, far side. Waller back passes to Monahan. Has it knocked away. Brought out into neutral ice by the Eagles. Eagles, Peck bringing into the offensive zone for the Eagles. Near side boards. McClellan there with him, along with Jack Johnson. Tried to center it up. Puck sitting out there and knocked away by Waller. Makes it over to Monahan. Monahan back to Waller. Puck sitting out front and pulled in by Kovrig. And covered, and looks like Jack Johnson and Wyatt Gallagher exchange pleasantries after the whistle. Drop the puck of the Knights. Offensive zone. Monahan stepping in, near side dot, taking that faceoff. 9:41 left in the period. Puck drops. Monahan winning that faceoff. Gets it to Jack Johnson. Takes the shot and save. Kovrig all over that for the Eagles. So drop it again. That near side dot. 9:37 left, period 2. And Monahan will take that faceoff again. Puck drops. Back to Jack Johnson it comes. Over to Volkanot. Has it knocked away. It comes into the Knights defensive zone. McClellan there. Over to the corner. Back to Jack Johnson. Sends it behind the net. Near side corner off the boards. And we have a whistle. And it looks like we're going to have a penalty finally. This one on the Knights. That one is going to be on Colton McClellan for a trip. So the Knights will be on the penalty. The 9:18 mark here. Period 2, 2 minutes for tripping. Drop the puck of the Knights. Defensive zone, far side dot. You're going to have Hogan out there with Clark, Tower, and Hernandez. Eagles have it, near side board, down to the corner. Send it from the blue line. It goes off of Ethan Johnson's glove and up into the netting. 1:51 left on the penalty. 9:09 left in the period. So change of a few skaters for the Knights. Hernandez and Hogan going off. Monahan on with Anderson, along with Tower and Clark on the defense. Puck drops. Near side boards. Over to center, far side. Back over to the near side. Eagles with it. Down to the near side corner. It gets away. Clark able to get a stick on it, sends it forward to Monahan off the far side boards. Eagles grab it back, pass across, taken away by Anderson, who flips it down the ice and then takes a shot to the shoulders, and one could argue head, but no call there. Puck sitting in the Knights' offensive zone. Anderson keeping the pressure on there. Eagles setting up, trying to come forward. Anderson switching off the ice. Vokanot on. Eagles down into the Knights' defensive zone. Behind the net they come. Near side corner. Back up to the blue line. Near side. Pass across. Far side boards. Down to the corner. Far side. Back up and past his own player and down the ice. 1 minute, less than 1 minute left on the penalty for the Knights. 8:13 and counting in the period. Eagles coming forward into the Knights' defensive zone, and what a shot by Peck. Trey Peck just took a shot from somebody and then had it and backhanded it up and over Ethan Johnson for the goal. That was a pretty incredible shot, actually, that he made there. So at the 8:04 mark, there's 46 seconds left on that penalty for the Knights. It's tied up at 1-0, thanks to Trey Peck for the Eagles and the backhanded goal that he just scored. Antoine stepping in to take the faceoff for the Knights. Puck makes it down in the Knights' defensive zone. And the assist was actually from the goaltender who sent it forward. Intercepted by Esterberg in the Knights' offensive zone, sends it towards Kovrig, and he stops and covers. 7:40 left, period 2. We're tied at 1 apiece. Eagles have 20 shots on goal, the Knights 16. Tell you, this is a team you cannot sleep against. They bring it each and every time, as you would hope every hockey team would. So Antoine taking the face-off. Puck drops. Near side corner off the boards. Gets past McClellan. Down the ice it goes. Jack Johnson racing to get to it, and we are going to have an icing call. And the referees are going to have a little conversation at center ice there. And after conversation, yes, icing, and we'll drop it in the Knights' offensive zone, far side, near side dot. Antoine steps in, Ludeman to his right, Esterberg to his left, Fauché and Jack Johnson behind him. Behind the net it goes, far side corner, Eagles with it, they send it up, clear it out into neutral ice. Ludeman gets a stick on it, and Antoine brings it back in. Antoine, near side corner, sends it to Esterberg. Esterberg takes a shot. Goalie knocked the pipe off there. All right, looks like we got it all reset. So we'll drop the puck in the Knights' offensive zone, far side. From our vantage point, Antoine with the face-off here. Ludeman left, Esterberg right, Fauché and Jack Johnson behind him. Puck drops, far side corner. Ludeman fighting for it, he centers it up, knocked away by the Eagles. Far side boards into neutral ice. Into the Knights' defensive zone and knocked away there by Captain Jack Johnson. Far side boards. Johnson comes out with it. Jack turns and spins and sends a nice pass up the ice for Esterberg, who touches it, and apparently they didn't see him touch it because it did redirect it, that puck. However, we failed to see that, so we have an icing call. You can even see it there on the replay. Yeah, it went off his stick. Referee down there talking with Ethan Johnson, checking something on his pads, on his leg pads. Not sure what it is that he's checking there, but then it looked like he was helping him out, and then he walks away. So we'll drop the puck at the Knights' defensive zone. Hogan steps in to take the face-off. Anderson to his right. Puck drops. Goes behind the Knights' net. Clark sends it forward, redirected over to Hogan. Hogan in neutral ice, sends it forward to Anderson. Anderson into the offensive zone. Anderson goes to send it forward. It goes off a skate of an Eagle. And the Knights grab it back at neutral ice. Clark with it. Clark over to, ooh, swing and a miss. Taken back by the Eagles. He had it over to Wyatt Tower there for just a moment. Back to him it came, and puck makes it over the near side boards. Both teams trying to get to it. Towards the blue line it goes, and kept in right at the blue line. Shot on goal knocked away off of Ethan Johnson's pads. Both teams fighting for it. Hogan comes out with it, gets it to Hernandez. Hernandez passes it across to Anderson. Anderson in the offensive zone. Anderson has it knocked away, but then he sends it down to the far side corner, centered up there. Hernandez sent it, but nobody there to grab it. It goes past Fauché, but makes it to Clark. Clark backing up into his own defensive zone. Clark heading behind his own net. Sends it over to the far side corner. Gets it back to Fauché. Fauché with it behind the net, coming towards the near side board. Sends a long pass up the ice. That one touched by Waller. Stopped by Kovrig. And covered. 5:30 left, period 2. Tied up at 1 apiece. 21 shots on goal for the Eagles. 16 shots on goal for the Knights. Puck drops, Monahan taking the face off. Went forward towards it, but an Eagle was able to jump out, grab it, and stop it, and then they sent it down the ice, and it ended up hitting one of the Knights players in the bench. Looks like it hit Lucas Ingebrigtsen. Standing right there. Our other amazing goalie that we have on this Knights team. Lots of amazing players on all of the high school team here. Puck makes it to the near side boards after the faceoff. Knights keep it in. Now it makes it out to neutral ice. Eagles send it down into the Knights. Defensive zone. Jack Johnson sends it to the near side boards. Pass over by Vokanot, intercepted, but it comes back to Vokanot. He sends it forward to Waller. Waller hands it back to Vokanot. Vokanot near side, back passes it, intercepted by the Eagles into neutral ice. Fauché grabs it there. Gets it to Jack Johnson, off the boards to Monahan. Monahan into the offensive zone, far side. Monahan making a move behind the net. Over to the near side corner is that puck, and up the near side boards, centered in. Waller hustling over to get to it. And the Eagles come out with it. Into the Knights defensive zone. Centered over, and Fauché knocks it away. Jack Johnson with the pressure there on puck. Sent down the boards. Still the Knights defensive zone. Fauché keeping the pressure on there. Behind the net, centered up. From the point, forward it comes. Shot, puck sitting out there in front of the net. Both teams trying to get to it. Fauché gets a stick on it, and he sends it into neutral ice. Heifert stops it there. He just catches it midair, drops it, turns, sends it up, or across, excuse me, and now vertically up, rainbowed into neutral ice. Coming into the Knights defensive zone, far side shot knocked away by Ethan Johnson. Near side boards, Knights defensive zone. Down to the corner it goes. Behind the net. Far side corner, pass back up. It makes it into neutral ice, and Ludeman keeping the pressure on there, but sent back in. Fauché catches it right out of the air, brings it forward for the Knights, and dumps it into the offensive zone. Change of a few skaters for the Knights. Ludeman keeping the pressure on that puck. Hogan comes in and delivers a blow. And Esterberg had it for a moment, and then it was knocked away into the Knights defensive zone. Come the Eagles, take it away by Tower. Tower sends it forward. It goes right to an Eagles player who sends it off the boards. Knights have it behind their own net. Up off the boards, down the ice it goes. We're going to have an icing call. 3 minutes left, period 2. We're going to do the chuck a puck between periods. You can see everyone getting ready. A bunch of the younger players down there with their pucks. Hopefully they wait. We have 3 minutes here left to play here in this period. Drop the puck of the Knights defensive zone near side. Monahan will take that face-off for the Knights. Puck drops. Blue line, the Eagles down the boards it comes. Near side corner, Tower fighting for it there. Tower knocks it behind the net. He had a 1-on-2 up the boards it comes. Waller had it, lost it, shot on. It was wide by the Eagles. Near side boards, Monahan sends it up and into neutral ice. Pass over to Waller. Waller into the offensive zone, near side. Tries to get it to Volkanot. And it was intercepted there by the Eagles. They have it into neutral ice. Forward they come into the Knights defensive zone. Try to take a shot. It goes off a Tower. Eagles grab it back, taken back by Waller. Volkanot gets it. He's the recipient of it. Sends it across the near side boards into neutral ice. And picked up there by Caden Clark. Into the offensive zone comes Clark. Clark down to the corner. Clark behind that. Clark stops there. Takes a hit, and the Eagles come out with it. But coming forward is Anderson. He's able to knock it down. Gets his stick back. Anderson with it behind the net. Passes it over. Hernandez had it for a moment, and Johnson keeps it at the blue line. Jack sends it forward, down, around, behind the net. Far side along the boards. Eagles with it. They try to send it off. Kept in by Fauché. Fauché goes to take a shot, centered in there by Hernandez. Nobody there for the Knights. Makes it out to neutral ice, and down the ice it goes. Being chased down by Jack Johnson. He sends it behind the net. And it gets past Fauché. They try to take a shot onto the Eagles. It makes it over the near side. Rainbowed up and into the crowd by Hernandez, and you can hear a cheer amongst the crowd. And oh boy, let's chuck that puck right back on. Luckily, no one else threw theirs at the same time. 1:16 left. Period 2. We're tied up at 1 apiece. Drop the puck in the Knights. Defensive zone, near side dot. Antoine takes the face-off. Eagles have it at the blue line. At point, far side shot. Goes off of Fauché. He turn spin, sends it down the ice. And that goes just wide of Kabrig. And so we'll have an icing call. 1:07 left, period 2. We're going to drop it back in the Knights. Defensive zone, far side dot. Antoine will take that face-off. He's going to have Ludeman, Esterberg, Jack Johnson, and Clark as skaters on the ice with him. Ethan Johnson in goal. Near side boards back behind the net. Sent by the Eagles. Knights defensive zone. Antoine comes up with it. Vertically, he sends it up. It gets past Ludeman. Puck sitting at neutral ice. Jack Johnson sends it to Ludeman. Ludeman dumps it in to the offensive zone. 48 seconds left to play in the period. Near side boards. Sent to neutral ice. Into the Knights defensive zone. Far side, near side boards. Down to the corner. Clark and Antoine with the pressure, sending it behind the net. Eagles have it there up to the blue line, far side. They take the shot. It goes off of a redirect. Hits the board, sitting over at the near side. Still Knights defensive zone. Up to neutral ice it comes. Esterberg with it. Esterberg back passes it to Antoine. Antoine near side. And we're going to have a whistle. When he sent that back pass, he back passed it, and then, yep, you can see it right there, and then entered the zone. And so we're offside, so we're going to bring it back. We'll drop it here. Just outside the blue line, outside the Knights offensive zone, near side. Monahan going to take the face-off for the Knights. He wins it, gets it back to Clark. It goes past Clark down into the defensive zone. Ethan Johnson steps out, and he's out of the goal. There was a shot, and Ethan Johnson was able to get back into position. He luckily also had Jack Johnson, who just jumped in there to put his body in the way. So Jack Johnson took the other side of the net. Ethan Johnson jumps back and takes it off the body and dives on top of the puck to save, make that save. 8.1 seconds left, period 2. Puck drops. And Volkanot with it into the offensive zone. Volkanot quickly goes to take the shot, and it goes off of a stick and up and out of play. And the period comes to an end. So after 2 periods of play, we're tied up at 1 apiece. Knights got a goal in the first period from Tanner Esterberg. And in the second period, the Eagles got a goal from senior forward Trey Peck with a backhanded shot to tie it up at 1 apiece. Shots on goal are Eagles, 25 shots on goal. The Knights with 16 shots on goal. We thank you all for watching exclusive coverage of Knights high school hockey on the St. Michael Albertville Global Hockey Network, brought to you on YouTube, searching STMA High School live stream. And we're going to have the Chuck a Puck next. Do we want to put the camera down there so you can kind of see? So we'll see that everyone can kind of watch the center ice. We'll come back a little bit here. Yeah, widen out. And we're going to have some pucks thrown here in a second. Our president of the Blue Line Club Board of Directors, Jenny Waller, running off the ice there because someone threw a puck. And here are all the pucks being tossed out onto the ice. And we'll see. Dylan, I think that your puck right now is in the lead, honestly. I'm going to keep an eye on that. Oh, nope, you got overtaken. I think you're still closest there, Dylan. Yep, Dylan, you got it right now. Our executive producer. Oh, Knights hockey had it right on the center, and someone else threw it and knocked him out of the way. I don't think he has it anymore, unfortunately. You had it, but you lost it. Someone knocked you out of the way there. Oh boy, more pucks still coming. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, there's another one. Last second one there. So we'll see who is going to be the winner. Dylan, you might still be the closest. Oh, nope, it's not you, Dylan. We'll see who it is. Of our parent volunteers out there on the ice to pick up the pucks here. Yeah,
Mine was the closest.
so we'll see who it is who won this. I believe it was a stick, a brand new hockey stick, I believe, is what is being won here this evening. I'd like to make sure that we thank all Knights fans, wherever you are. We'd like to recognize our junior gold team too in their play. So please get out and support them, as well as our Youth Hockey Association. Make sure to take in a Riverhawks game. The Riverhawks having a strong season so far. Not sure if did you hear who won that? Nico something? Did you hear the winner?
Girl in the gray sweatshirt right there.
Oh, looks like it's one of the moms won. So we'll see who wins the stick now. Joe Peterson apparently wins the stick. I don't know if I heard your name or not. I didn't think I heard your name. I've been saying your name. You were close, but I don't know. I think he got knocked out of there. So I got all the pucks picked up from our Chuck a Puck. So we'll get out here and get the ice resurfaced, and then we'll come back to play the third period of hockey. Again, we'd like to take a moment. We want to make sure that we thank all that support Knights hockey, and that includes our superintendent, Dr. Amory Falkholt, our principal, John Reeves. I'd also like to make sure we recognize our activities director, the man who never sleeps, Keith Cornell, our athletic trainer, Karen Scully. We'd like to thank all of our assistant principals, everyone who works in administration. I'd like to thank all of our janitorial staff, our transportation staff, our food staff. We'd like to thank our teachers for making such a difference in the lives of all of the Knights, from high school down to the youngest. I'd like to make sure we thank all of our IT people, our security, so our community service officers, our paraprofessionals, our counselors. I'm trying to think what else I'm forgetting here. I'm sure I am forgetting, but I just want to make sure we thank each and every person who works in the school district and the difference you make in the lives of every Knight. Thank each and every one of you. Thank you for what you do to make a difference in the lives of the Knights. So with that being said, it's 11:30 left, so I'm sure we'll be back on before that. But we're going to take a pause here for a moment. We'll come back. You're watching exclusive coverage of Knights hockey on the St. Michael Global Hockey Network on YouTube. Search STMA Hockey live stream. Thanks for watching. Dylan Kiner's our executive producer. Olivia Sutliff is running the camera, and I'm Jeff Story, voice of the Knights. We'll catch you in just a moment. All right, welcome back, Knights fans. 17 minutes on the clock here. We're tied up at 1 apiece here after 2 periods of play. 25 shots on goal for the Eagles of Totino Grace. 16 shots on goal so far for the Knights of STMA. As I flip through other games playing in the region, I'm seeing a game between the Crush of St. Cloud and the River Lake Stars. They're tied up at 1 apiece at the end of 2 periods of play, just like here. Ethan Johnson back in goal for the Knights. And it will be Hogan, Anderson, and Hernandez onto the ice, along with Jack Johnson and Colton McClellan. Referee checks the goalies, steps in, and there the puck drops. Neutral ice, it sits, it makes it into the Knights' defensive zone. Jack Johnson sends it back forward into the Knights' offensive zone, tracked down by the Eagles. Across the ice, back behind their net, near side. Back behind their net they go. Far side up the boards, cross ice, and into the Knights' defensive zone. Jack Johnson delivers a blow, intercepted there by Anderson, gets it over to Hogan, who rainbows it right towards Kovrig, and he catches it out of midair. 16:26 left, period 3. Make sure to come out and support the Knights throughout the season. There'll be plenty of opportunities to make it to our beautiful St. Michael Albertville Arena here in Albertville. On 12:19, we'll have the teddy bear toss. Puck drops. Tower sets it down behind the net. Centered up. Shot on by Antoine, but it's knocked away. Esterberg with it, near side boards. Has it taken away. It goes down. Clark grabs it. Clark to Tower. Tower up to Antoine. Antoine takes a shot, and the referee gets into that. Puck makes it into the offensive zone for the Knights. Near far side corner. Antoine delivers a blow. Eagles behind their own net. Up and into neutral ice. Gets it right to Tower. He sends it back to Antoine. Antoine over to Ludeman. Ludeman sends it forward. Takes a shot. Into the Knights' defensive zone it comes. Near side boards. Taken away by Clark. Tower had it for a second. Back to Clark. Tower fighting for it along with Peck, and Monahan comes over, delivers a blow up the ice. It comes to Esterberg. Esterberg tripped. Into the offensive zone he comes. Around him a few skaters. Back pass to Monahan. Monahan with a shot. It goes off of an Eagle. Esterberg had it for a moment. Makes it back to the blue line. Jack Johnson with it there. Passes it down to Monahan. Monahan turns, spins, shoots. Ricochets off the goalie. Centered in there by Waller, and the Eagles clear it out into the Knights' defensive zone and taken away quickly by Jack Johnson, who gets it up to Braden Waller. Into the zone he comes, takes a shot. It goes off of an Eagles defender. They clear it out into neutral ice, into the Knights' defensive zone, near side. Back pass there, takes the shot high and wide. Far side along the boards. Vokedon able to put it out to neutral ice. The Eagles grab it there. Back in they come to the Knights' defensive zone, near side to the corner. Shot on, puck sitting out there, and we had a stoppage off the ricochet, and referee didn't see that it was actually bounced off of Ethan Johnson, but that's okay. Stoppage of play, we'll take that. So we'll drop the puck in the Knights' defensive zone. Hogan takes the face-off. H steps in. Back to the blue line. Far side, shot on, goes off of Hernandez. Anderson passing across ice. for Jack Johnson. Jack Johnson there, backhands it, and stopped and saved by Kovrig. 14-16 left, period 3. We're tied at 1 apiece. Knights got on the board first in the first period. Tanner Esterberg with a goal. In the second period, it was tied up by Trey Peck. Behind the net it goes, near side. Blue line, Knights with it. Colton sends it down the board to get past Anderson, taken away by the Eagles. Into the Knights defensive zone, far side. They centered in, and it ricochets off, comes right up to Ethan Johnson, who catches it and stops it there. 13:58 left, period 3. We'll drop that puck in the Knights defensive zone. Far side dot, Knights defensive zone. Antoine stepping in to take the face-off for the Knights. Puck drops. Fauché sends it behind his own net. Comes off the boards, near side, kept in there by Totino Grace. And Ludeman sends it down the ice for Esterberg. Esterberg into the offensive zone. Esterberg towards point, has it knocked away into neutral ice. He chases it down. Sends it off the near side boards, takes a weird hop off of the glass. Back into the Knights defensive zone. Both teams fighting for it just inside the blue line. Makes it out to neutral ice, and the Eagles grab it there, but Fauché has it, sends it forward. Esterberg tries to get to it and will have an icing before he can get down there. Got past him, down and into the corner. 13:21 left, period 3. Make sure we recognize our main sponsor of tonight's varsity broadcast is Bell Bank Mortgage, Mikhail Konotek. Bell Bank, go see Mikhail Konotek. He can help you. Monahan stepping in to take the face-off. Eagles had it at the blue line, down the boards, send it back across, and it comes into neutral ice. Far side, neutral ice, and now they just dump it in. It ricochets off of McClellan, made it behind the goal, but kept in there by the Eagles as well. Intercepted by Jack Johnson, sends it forward up the ice. I don't know that it was touched, and it wasn't, so we will have an icing call. Owen Volkenot was shooting down the ice like a rocket trying to get to it, but it was just a little too fast, even for him. 12:55 left, period 3. Tied up at 1 apiece. We'll drop that puck in the Knights defensive zone. Far side dot. Monahan stepping in to take that face-off. Puck drops. Eagles with it, far side boards. Try to center it in, knocked away by McClellan for the Knights. Makes it down to the near side corner. Jack Johnson over there for the Knights fighting for it. Tries to send it up. Then back and forth, that thing goes like a hot potato back out to the blue line. Shot from there, ricochets off of a few different players. Makes it behind the net. Far side corner, up the boards it comes. Turn, spin, does Peck towards the net he comes. Tries to center it in, it goes past everybody. Makes it to the near side. Down to the corner, McClellan grabs it, sends it behind the net, far side boards. Volkenot stops it there and gets it over to Monahan. Monahan sends it forward, and the Knights are definitely offsides. Just a bit offsides. So Waller was doing everything he could to hold his space there, but it looked like he was pulled forward, and then the puck came in, and he got yanked in. So that's been kind of happening all night. Hogan stepping in to take the face-off there. Puck drops. Hogan gets it back to Tower. Up to Hernandez. Into neutral ice. Cross the center line. Dumped into the Knights. Offensive zone. Anderson has it near side corner. Hernandez delivering a blow. Him and Anderson trying to get to that puck. Totino Grace able to center, get it out. Neutral ice into the Knights defensive zone. Pushed away by Tower. Puck just sitting there. Hogan sends it backwards. Clark forward to Anderson into neutral ice. Dispossessed of that puck. Eagles have it. Goes off a Tower. He stops it, sends it back to Clark. Forward, Clark sends it to Hernandez. Gets it over to Hogan. Hogan trying to hold on to that puck. Lost it. And the Eagles coming to the Knights defensive zone. Shot there, high and wide, near side along the board. Still in the Knights defensive zone. Behind the net it goes. Jack Johnson grabs it there. Captain off the far side boards down in the neutral ice. Esterberg touched it. Has it, centers it over, nobody there. Eagles grab it into neutral ice. They send it, and we have a whistle. And we'll see the call here in just a moment. And we're going to have a penalty on the Eagles. Knights will go on the power play. That penalty will be on number 11 of the Eagles. That is Nolan Mason. So the Knights on the power play, kept in by Jack Johnson. I don't think I heard a word of what the announcer said there. Too many players on the ice is the call. It's the second time they've had 6 players out there. First time they were called. Jack Johnson backing up. He has that puck. 1:32 left on that power play. Antoine has it, sends it over to Esterberg. Esterberg into neutral ice. Esterberg forward he comes into the offensive zone. Esterberg far side around a skater. Esterberg centers up, shot. Hernandez took the shot and it bounced off of a player, and I didn't see it go into the netting, but they called it. So we'll drop the puck in the Knights. No, excuse me. They called the... Yep, you can see it. It looks like the goal was kicked off, and now they have it reset. Second time he's done that when it comes over to that side, whichever side the puck is on. Kind of gets knocked off as the goalie slides across. So 1:16 left on the power play. Puck drops back up to point. Clark with it. Clark sends it. Tried to get redirected by McClellan. McClellan gets taken down from behind. Keegan Krudowski, defenseman, knocked McClellan down there. Monahan stepping in to take the face-off. Far side offensive zone, 1:10 left on the power play. Shot on there by McClellan as he shot forward, save by Kovrig. 1:08 left on the power play, 10-12 in the period. Drop it again in the Knights offensive zone here. Puck drops back out to the blue line. Clark with it, far side over to Waller at point, back over to Clark. Back to Waller, Waller back to Clark. Back to Waller at point. Goes to take a shot and it's knocked away. Comes into the Knights defensive zone, under 1 minute left on that power play, 48 seconds and counting. Handed off to Waller, vertically comes Braden into the neutral zone, into the offensive zone he comes, and a guy steps in and he just knocks him down. And the puck is sent down the ice, 33 seconds left on the power play. Quick pass up to Monahan. Monahan turns. Monahan vertically up he comes. Monahan rode into the bench. No call. Monahan took a hard shot there. Trying to get up. And he does. Vokanot passes across. Shot. Gets knocked away wide. Vokanot gets it back. 10 seconds left on that power play. Vokanot turns, spins, shoots, and save. So Monahan was ridden into the boards, but it was right where the guests' bench is, and he was ridden down like right onto the side, like the top of the bench. And definitely felt that one as he had a hard time getting back up. So Antoine stepping in to take the faceoff. 7 seconds left on that power play. Puck drops. Far side, Esterberg with it. Centers in, makes it to the near side boards. Jack Johnson there with it from the blue line. Loses the puck, gets it down to Ludeman. Ludeman sends it in, and it is intercepted, and the Eagles are at full strength. Into the Knights defensive zone they come. Sent out to neutral ice. Esterberg with it behind one skater, around another. Turn, spin, shoots. Knocked away. He takes a shot, but not before he gets it to Antoine, who takes a shot. It ricochets off. Picked up by the Eagles. Out into neutral ice. No, kept in by the Knights. Ludeman with a nice hustle there. Over to Esterberg. Esterberg has it taken away. Into neutral ice it comes. into the Knights defensive zone. Knocked away by Johnson, but again, another shot as Johnson knocked it away. Another Eagle grabbed it. Number 17, Noah Osland, took the shot and save by the Knights. So Ethan Johnson grabbing that out of midair. 8:24 left period 3. We're tied at 1 apiece. Hogan taking the faceoff for the Knights. At the blue line, the Eagles with it. They send it down behind the Knights net, far side. Grabbed there by Hernandez after Jack Johnson was disruptive on that play. Across the ice it goes. Anderson got a little too in front of him. Makes it to Jack Johnson, sends it forward to Hernandez, rainbows it in. He takes a shot again. Front of the net, that puck sits and saved by Kovrig. Liam Hamry is playing one heck of a physical game out there for the Eagles. He might just have the nickname Enforcer out there, the way he's knocking people around. 7:59 left to play. Third period, tied up at 1 apiece. Change of skaters for both teams. Aiden Hogan stepping in for the Knights. Puck drops. Far side along the boards. Eagles hustle right over to grab it. Forward they come. Knights defensive zone near side. Pass across trying to get the back door there. Ethan Johnson got in the way. Hernandez disrupts. Hogan comes up with the puck. Back to Hernandez it goes, and forward it's sent down the ice. Change of some skaters for the Knights. Eagles have it behind their own net. Far side, vertical pass up into neutral ice. Knocked away. Eagles get it back into the Knights defensive zone. Fauché trying to chase that down. Fauché able to knock it behind the net. Yeah, there's an Eagle there, but Monahan delivers a blow. Over to Vokadan. Vokadan gets it over to Anderson. Anderson into neutral ice, sends it forward, goes off of a skate of an Eagle. Ricochets back. They come back into the Knights defensive zone from the near side. They pass it to the center, knocked away by Johnson. Puck gets behind the net. Monahan sending it forward to Vokadan. Vokadan into the offensive zone. Vokadan near side. Vokadan with a shot. Goes off of the goalie over to the far side. Kept in by Jack Johnson. Quick pass. Shot there by Vokadan. Knocked away by the goalie. Monahan delivers a blow there. Puck goes behind the net. Far side along the boards. Hustling over there again is Vokadan. Behind the net it's passed. Near side and pass across. Eagles grab it. They backhand it into neutral ice. Waller there with it. Waller turns. Waller has it. Waller's being smacked with that. And it's lost. And behind the defense, the Eagles got it. Number 10 came in. He took the shot in. Ethan Johnson with a great save. Gus Hay was able to take that away. That was a tough turnover for the Knights there. And he shot forward right at Ethan Johnson. Took the shot. Ethan Johnson said, nope, nope, none of that in here. Stop that thing. Great save, Ethan Johnson. 6:22 left period 3. We're tied up at 1 apiece. Drop the puck of the Knights. Defensive zone, near side dot. Antoine takes the faceoff. Clark gets it up to Esterberg. Esterberg into neutral ice. Esterberg forward into the offensive zone. Esterberg, far side, comes back to the blue line. Sends it forward towards the net. It was intercepted there, but the Knights keeping pressure on, trying to keep it in. It's cleared out by the Eagles. Into neutral ice, pass across, near side to the Knights defensive zone. Clark keeping the pressure on there. Clark able to take it away. Clark sends it up the near side boards. The Eagles grab it there. They take a shot, knocked it away by Ethan Johnson. Another shot. Puck sitting there out there in front. Ethan knocks it away. Pass across to the center, knocked away by Ethan Johnson. And Esterberg sends it out to neutral ice. Change of one skater for the Knights there. Puck makes it down. Knights defensive zone. Vertical pass up, and it's touched by the Knights. And Esterberg gets behind the defense. Esterberg gets caught up and takes a shot. And one of the players from Totino Grace decided that he didn't like receiving it. He's been dishing it out all throughout the game, but when he gets it back, he didn't like that. If you giveth, you will receiveth. will drop the puck in the Knights' offensive zone. Looks like Aiden Hogan is going to step in to take that face-off. Puck drops. Off the glass it goes. Near side, back behind the net again. Far side, Hernandez hustling over there to get to the puck. He's able to take it away, sends it back up to the blue line. Jack Johnson there, back down to Hernandez, makes it behind the net. Hogan there fighting for it. Near side corner. Joined by Anderson, passed across to the far side, kept in there by Jack Johnson. Makes it out to neutral ice, comes right to Colton McClellan, who sends it back in. Near side corner. Far side corner behind the net, vertically up, intercepted by McClellan, goes to send. It goes off of an Eagles player, and it is sent up, and there was a high stick. Hernandez grabbed it, and we will drop the puck down in the Knights' defensive zone. 4:37 left, period 3. Monahan stepping in for the Knights to take the face-off. Puck drops. Near side corner back to the blue line. Shot, and Waller took it off the body there. Johnson hustling over, delivering a blow. So does Monahan. Both teams try to get it out. Back to the blue line. Eagles get it across to the near side. Ricochet it off the backboards, and Volkanot able to grab it there. We have a stoppage of play. We'll see if we have a penalty. It looks like the net came off, but we'll see if there's any call. Yes, indeed. The resetting the goal. And that whistle came, so we'll drop it in the Knights' defensive zone because of where the puck was there. Well, actually, because of being knocked off. So Monahan stepping in to take the face-off there. 4:13 left, period 3. We'll have a switch out here. Looks like Volkanot going to step in to take that face-off. Puck drops. Far side corner. Sent forward by Clark, and I think it got past Monahan. It did. So we'll have an icing call, and we'll bring it back and drop it again back in the Knights' defensive zone. 4:04 left, period 3. We're tied up at 1 apiece. 32 shots on goal for the Eagles, 24 shots on goal for the Knights. Monahan stepping in to take the face-off. Puck drops. Clark gets it to Tower. Tower over to Waller. Waller sends it down to neutral ice. Eagles get it there. They send it back to Clark. Clark gets it over to Tower. Tower vertically up off the boards. Volkanot had it. It went off of somebody's skate. The Eagles got it back. Turn, spin into the Knights' defensive zone. They come near side. Tried to center it up. It goes past everybody, and the Eagles send it down the ice into their own defensive zone. Pass up far side. Across the ice near side and into neutral ice they come. Across the center line into the Knights' defensive zone on the near side along the boards towards the corner. And rainbowed up and into the netting. It must have gone off of a stick there. 3:18 left, period 3. Tied up at 1 apiece. Antoine will step in for the Knights to take the faceoff. He's got Ludeman to his right, along with Jack Johnson, Esterberg, and McClellan to his left. Eagles were able to get that faceoff. Puck sitting right out in front of the net. Shot, and that went off the, literally hit the post. Blue line far side, rainbowed down to the near side corner. Back to the blue line, near side shot, redirected. Makes it to the far side boards. Esterberg with it. Esterberg forward. Esterberg rainbows it down in. Near side it is. Knights Offensive zone up to neutral ice. Down the ice they come quickly. Take the shot and goal. Got behind the defense on the pass. Made it down. Was able to kind of shield the defender with his body. And number 19, Liam Hamry, took the shot and scored. 2:41 left, period 3, to put the Eagles up 2-1 over the Knights. So the Knights have 2 minutes 41 seconds to not only tie this up, but to go for the victory. Monahan will step in to take the face-off. Puck drops. Eagles with it. They dump it in. Knights defensive zone. Johnson steps back. Sends it over to the near side. Corner. Clark fighting for it along with Monahan there. Players trying to pull it out. The Eagles have it. Near side board. Turn, spin, shoots. Johnson able to get it, pulls it in, covers it, and a little extracurricular activity going on there. One of the players for the Eagles grabbed a hold of Clark's jersey, and he just would not let go. So we'll drop the puck in the Knights defensive zone. 2:14 for the Knights to pull it out here. Antoine taking the face-off. Puck drops. Near side boards. Fauché fighting for it. Antoine behind him. Antoine comes out with it behind his own net. Across the far side boards. Ludeman had it, lost it, sent behind the net along the boards to the near side. Kept in by the Eagles. Fauché grabs it. Fauché into neutral ice. Stripped back away by the Eagles. Sent right on goal. Johnson knocks it away. Gets it over to Jack Johnson. Behind the net, he sends it to Fauché. Long pass up the ice. Touched by both teams, and down it goes. Knights offensive zone. Eagles get it there. They rainbow it up. Makes it into neutral ice. And they dump it into the Knights defensive zone. Behind the net, Fauché sends it off the near side boards. Esterberg passes it across to Jack Johnson. Johnson bringing it forward. Gets grabbed, has it taken away. Eagles turn, spin, they shoot as soon as they enter. Knocked away by Ethan Johnson. Up to neutral ice it comes. And rainbowed back in to the Knights defensive zone. Jack Johnson gets over there. We have less than 1 minute for the Knights to pull it out here. In the Knights defensive zone, centered over, knocked away by Aiden Hogan. Jack Johnson sends it off the boards. Gets it to Anderson. Anderson tries passing it across. It's intercepted by the Eagles, but Anderson steps in there. Makes it in the Knights defensive zone, sent across. And when ricochets off of a Knights player, makes it behind the net. Ethan Johnson goes to send it away, and he gets greeted by a Totino Grace player, tries to send it in. Intercepted there by Clark, who sends it down the ice. And we'll have an icing call with 21 seconds left to play. So we'll come back and drop it in the Knights defensive zone. They're down 2-1. 21 seconds left in the period. Let's see if the Knights can win the faceoff, get it down, and pull something out here. So we're going to have a timeout. St. Michael Albertville. So the Knights started this game going up 1-0. Then in the second period, Totino Grace was able to come back and tie it up. It was 1-1 almost till the end of this period, at which time Liam Hamry for the Eagles was able to get it and score to put the Eagles up 2-1. Let's see what the Knights have in store here for these last seconds to see if they can get down the ice and tie it up. A lot of time left for the Knights to make something happen. All right, so we're back there. I'd like to thank our executive producer, Dylan Kiner, here. He's been dealing with some technical difficulties. He's working on the camera as we speak and doing his best to keep everything as smooth for you as possible. So 21 seconds left in the period. Waller going to take the face-off for the Knights. We'll see what the Knights have in store for us here. Puck drops. Clark gets it, sends it around. Vokanot with it. Vokanot up to neutral ice. Goalie is pulled. Waller, near side corner, centered up. Back to Jack Johnson. Knights have 6 skaters on the ice now. Put out right on the goalie, and he covers, and stoppage of play with 2.8 seconds left. So we'll drop it in the Knights' offensive zone. Be our near side dot there of the offensive zone. Let's see who's going to take the faceoff. It appears it will be Easton Monahan. Get ready for that faceoff here. Puck drops. Makes it into center. Puck just sitting there towards the net. It goes. And saved by Kovrig. Came right towards him, towards the 5-hole, and he was able to cover. And so he's able to save it. And the Eagles come into St. Michael Albertville and defeat the Knights here 2-1. 35 shots on goal for the Eagles. 26 shots on goal for the Knights. Hard-fought game by both teams. Knights left it all out on the ice there, and unfortunately came up just a little short. We appreciate each and every one of you for watching hockey on the STMA Global Hockey Network. I'd like to make sure we thank our student managers. Took turns running the cameras here. Delaney Barthel, Cece Lewis, Olivia Sutliff, Anna Vokanot. I want to make sure we recognize our coaching staff, our head coaches, Sean Fish, assistant coaches, Bug Trigaseth, Brett Hammond, Kyle Hayden, Val Propowski, and David Lynn. Knights with a hard-fought effort here, but unfortunately came up just a little short. So they drop one 2-1 at home. Knights will be playing their next game on the road. That'll be this Saturday, and that will be the 14th, and that will be against the St. Cloud, says St. Cloud Tech. I believe that's the Crush. So that will be Saturday the 14th. The junior varsity will start at 4:15, and the varsity game to follow, it says, at 6 p.m. And that will be in St. Cloud at the MAC this Saturday. We appreciate all of you Knights fans. Thank you for watching STMA High School Hockey on the St. Michael Albertville Global Hockey Network here on YouTube. Appreciate each and every one of you. We thank you for supporting Knights hockey, and we thank you for being a fan. For Dylan Kiner, for our 4 student managers that ran our camera, I'm Jeff Story, voice of the Knights. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time, Knights fans.